No?
I don't know what song we were doing.
I was doing One Wing Angel.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That leads perfectly into this piece.
Yeah, that's why I sang it.
Ah, it's all coming together.
Yeah, come on.
I just thought you were being a weirdo like usual.
Sure.
I just thought you were hoping that you could pray for the sweet release of a giant katana through you. I just wish Sephiroth would stab me right now. Is that you every night before you go to bed? Praying?
So how does that prayer go?
And so I pray.
Yeah. If I die before I wake, let it be Sephiroth's blade.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's such a good one.
That be my soul to take.
Yeah, easily. The only one worthy of your dark soul.
Yes.
That's fucking great. Oh my god. So what are we looking at this week?
I let Sephiroth's sword penetrate me any day.
Oh, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Even a decent Sephiroth cosplayer could take you from behind.
That's true. Hey man, at least it'd be something Ellen would be into.
Oh my god.
White haired pretty boy.
She's gonna want front row fucking tickets.
Yeah.
That Ellen smile?
Yeah, that'd be the face. She'll do a little quick like,
I smell some Fujo shit. Matthew, you're doing great, sweetie.
I'm just like,
Just breathe.
I'm just like,
Just breathe.
God.
You're doing great, sweetie.
oh god. Just sweating.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Just trying so hard to take Sephiroth.
Oh my god.
Because his sword's not the only thing that's long, if you know what I mean.
Don't touch me.
We'll start this video. Oh god.
No, if you couldn't tell, it's we're obviously you've seen the picture. It's some angel shit.
Yeah, it's some angel shit.
Gotta have some creepy angels.
Yeah, of course.
From last week's video with the creepy giant angel.
Was that last week's video?
Maybe.
No, I thought last week's video was
Well, it'll be last week's video when this video airs.
Sure.
It's the future, dude. Don't worry about it.
Always agree.
Always agree.
Always agree.
No, because we did the sword and then we did the angel.
Yeah, okay. I thought we did Unworthy Sword.
No, we just posted it.
Right, so we're posting the
angel will be the next one.
Well, okay, because I need to post the Pontiff still onto Instagram.
Oh, okay. Well, we can fit that in some more too.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, I just mean for videos.
for videos, okay.
Yeah, by the week.
Look, I only care about Instagram.
I've noticed.
Hey man, you could easily go and post on Twitter for me.
I do need to. I'll get to that.
Easily.
That's funny.
Yeah, I can't go on social media for
It destroys you.
Mentally, yes.
Yeah.
Physically, emotionally.
Yeah, just don't do
Spiritually,
it. People
yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah,
Just get on and get off real quick.
Yeah, the only time I ever go on social media now is like to go on Facebook to check notifications. Tell them where to just go see what funny art pics are on there, and then the only one I really pay attention to is Instagram now. Oh God, it's so great to not be held down by social media anymore. I mean, I've got other things holding me down now, but you know, at least it's not social media, you know.
Oh my god.
We all have our battles.
Right.
Right now I'm battling social media and this drawing.
Yeah, right.
Segue perfectly.
Perfect. Nailed it. No, this looks fucking sweet.
Directly.
I love the like crazy eyes on the helmet.
Yeah, this was based on an old picture I had drawn back in college.
Yeah, it must be something like that, because it's before I even met you.
Yeah, this is an old little pic that we found. I mean, I know I'd wanted to redraw this night for a long time. I just didn't have any excuse to, and now I have an excuse to. It also kind of fit. What was great is when you have a bunch of old sketches and you can just go through them and you're like, oh yeah, that's great. I don't have to be as creative as I thought I needed to be for this book.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just gonna go steal from old Matthew here.
Yeah. Old Matt had some good ideas, but he wasn't good at implementing them.
It's true. Yeah.
That's the hard part about ideas.
Yeah. So now I'm good at implementing ideas and not as good about coming up with original concepts as much as I used to be.
Well, this is still original though.
Yeah, but I mean, this is original from back in college, Matthew.
But you changed it up some.
That's true. And I also now am able to do what you'll see later is ridiculous amounts of perspective.
Yeah, right.
Ridiculous amounts of perspective. I'm coming for your ass, Chris Catoyan.
Right? Oh my god. The 20-point perspective.
Yeah,
He
right.
busts out with no ruler.
No ruler, none
He's a
needed.
master.
Also, I could also do wings now and make them look like,
Actual wings.
actual wings, man.
Actual wings.
We might post the old concept photo in the video here just as a fun
Yeah,
thing.
if you can find it.
Oh, I got it on my phone.
Oh, okay, yeah, send it over to me.
We'll show you what it originally
It'll
was.
be over there somewhere. In
Somewhere.
the ether this way.
No.
No, it's this way. Because remember we messed it up last video.
You're right. It's
Because
this
it
way.
gets mirrored. It's probably still wrong.
Yeah.
I hope it is.
Oh, that's fine.
I'll make sure to note it. The tiny bird. That's the bird for scale.
Yes.
Right there.
Right. I forgot. I did
That's the
that.
bird for scale. I was wondering when that was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then this is where you drew the King Crimson face.
Yes, because I wanted to make the pauldrons look a little different. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like knee pads. They look really cool.
Yeah, again, I always like ornamental?
Ornamentation.
Ornamentation.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Look, I'm paid to draw pictures, not
Yeah,
words.
it's fantasy. Stuff should always look like really crazy, really
Yeah.
unique. It's like the way I think about it is like Dark Souls. Like
Mhm.
the armor serves a purpose, but it also has a message.
It's a decoration.
yeah, it tells you about the character.
Yeah.
Things like that.
It's very decorative, but also shows you.
Like these clearly look very sinister, and so
Yeah.
the creepy faces.
'Cause
on
also-
several parts of the armor
because-
portray that.
Catholicism,
Oh, you're right.
my straw man.
Obviously, they have to be the villain.
I do think that's funny. Is like everyone has their own personal
Yeah, they really do.
trauma when it comes to Catholicism.
They really do.
Oh, it's great. Oh, it's always fun. Gosh, I was talking about something else and then I got sidetracked when we were talking about the original concept piece, stealing from yourself. One of the best things you can do if you're doing art and illustration is steal from yourself.
Yeah.
Because you probably had some pretty good ideas when you were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And this is me now figuring out my perspective. I'm on a separate sheet here because I need to see the entire perspective to be able to figure out where everything's supposed to be. How because this is going to be a kind of a weird fisheye kind of perspective. So it ended up being about a 3-point perspective.
Something like that. Yeah, I know you draw 3 circles if I remember right. 3 main circles.
It was about a 3-point perspective thing, trying to get everything lined up
Yeah.
properly and kind of like at a curvature.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I do perspective is probably different from how everyone else does it. This is what I always get a little self-conscious about whenever I do process videos, is because there always is going to be someone saying, hey, why did you do it this way when you clearly could have done X way, which is better? Which I'm sure you're right. There is probably a way that it's better to do this, but I'm doing it the way I like to do it, so bugger off.
Yeah, right.
But no, what I was trying to say was earlier,
Mm-hmm.
was stealing from yourself is a great tool because when you're much younger, you're not as afraid or...
yeah, you just like say some shit.
Yeah, you just say shit. You just do shit.
Yeah, you just put some shit on the paper.
You're like, I just drew this because I thought it was neat.
Yeah.
So, things like that. I think are very important. So, like, this stuff, even in college, I felt like I was a bit less fearful when it came to drawing things. I was a bit more, I guess, because, like, in college, what is it? There's no real repercussions
Yeah.
for what you do. Everything is very, what's the word? Low risk.
I guess, yeah.
Low risk, high reward.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we gotta get the second gargoyle on here.
Yeah, the knight. Yeah, it looks like that gargoyle from the other picture.
You're right. I always call them gargoyles, even though they're because the gargoyle was in the other picture.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why.
It was on the church. Yeah.
Yeah, so
These are those same towers that are featured in that other picture with
as well.
the,
Yes, the
pontiff.
what did you call them?
They're like giant censers.
Censors. That's
So
what.
that's like in Catholicism, and other religions, it's the thing that you put incense in and burn. It's what they go like this,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the smoke comes out. If
For
you've
sure.
seen that on TV, but you don't know what it is, yeah, it's called a censer.
Yeah, thinking about like stuff like that it's always good to go back to your old ideas. That's why I have a really bad habit of being kind of a hoarder when it comes to old sketchbooks and things like that. Because there'll be times where I'll just be like, I don't know what I want to draw, or I don't think I've got any good ideas or anything like that. I'm like, well, what did past Matthew have to say
Yeah, right.
about X subject matter, or what he wanted to draw something else, or things like that.
Yeah, there's always stuff you like wanted to do but couldn't really get to because you didn't think you were able to.
Yeah,
And
that's
now you
it,
have the
yeah.
skills to do it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about stuff like that. It does really come up quite a bit of most artists, I feel like, have that same kind of philosophy of like, keep your old sketchbooks. You never know when it'll be.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you're selling it for a ton of money, you might as well keep it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and this is me. This is one of the things I also did too.
Mm-hmm.
Is it made me point to outline the character on the separate sheet of paper. That way, I was like, well, I don't want to bother with.
Yeah, you don't want to draw what's not going to be shown.
Exactly.
That would be a waste of time. Like,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to work on getting a lot of reference photos of cathedrals, things like that,
Yeah.
because you want to get that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure everything looks correct.
All these buildings that are like hiding out underneath him.
Mm-hmm. This was fun. I actually liked it because, again, it didn't really require much of a straight line after I got the grid down. Because a lot of the buildings are kind of warped because of the fisheye angle anyway. Plus, the building designs in cathedrals aren't all... A lot of ones from back then have like those dome tops, and then there's like the pyres and stuff like that. And pyres are real easy to draw in a fisheye angle because they, you just basically draw a cylinder.
Slant, things like that,
Yeah, but
yeah, like the horizon looks really cool. You can see more of them over there.
Yep, and you also want to make sure when you're doing this kind of stuff too is you kind of try to. You'll see this later in the video where I take the knife out and or in the digital process where I kind of do some little edits here and there. I want to push back those characters that are in the back by making them less detailed as the characters in the front, or even as detailed as the closer to us parts in the background. So like those buildings will be a lot more detailed up closer to the camera as opposed to the ones in the background, and we'll show you how we do that with digital effects as well as with traditional effects. One of the ones I do with traditional is usually I'll just cut up the lines to make it a little grayer, and using the watercolor that we'll get to later as well, choosing a lighter color as opposed to more dark colors in the front. Yeah, I don't know.
This one was a lot of fun to watch and like go back through.
Yeah, and then this we're using
And
nib.
the nib pen this time, yeah.
One of the reasons why I actually like this piece a lot too is it's on 11 by 17, and 11 by 17 lets me use nibs. I don't really like using a nib on 18 by 24.
Just too much, or
it's
the paper is different?
It's a mix of the two. It's the paper I use is watercolor paper.
Oh yeah, you mentioned this in the video.
Yeah, so it's just
not as good. Right?
Yeah, it also has a hard time applying it, and it also will splatter more often. Also, the lines that it makes don't cover as much space.
Yeah, so you have to do more lines.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And
it's already a shitload of lines.
Yeah, and it covers up there's just not as much coverage from the ink there that you're getting. So you might as well just use a brush at that point. Plus, like, my hand will hurt.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, this is probably a little difficult because I was kind of dumb here. I shouldn't have done this. I should have actually, when I put the other paper over the top, I should have taken the background image off from underneath it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You didn't do that, did you?
No, I didn't. And now it just made it really hard for me to see what I was doing at this early stage. It worked out fine in the end, but like I would have had.
Would have been just easier to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't have nearly as much trouble with it.
Yeah, because you just like scribbled over, so you have to see through the scribbles.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lines,
yeah, which was, I think, also a mistake on my part doing the penciling portion of this. I probably shouldn't have bothered with the extra red.
Yeah,
penciling.
You already knew what it was.
Yeah.
It's not like you were sending it off to someone. It's not like when you're sending it to be betaed or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Little X there.
Yeah. So
like that.
Yeah, it's always funny too actually when you bring that up because like I've never had that problem of having to send my art off to somebody else.
But you know what I mean.
No, I know what you have,
yeah.
and I feel like that's funny because it's at the same time I'm like, man, I am so fucking blessed. I don't have to do that. Like, fuck, man, I would hate that. Like,
oh yeah, right.
Like, here are my pencils, go ink them. I'm like, because I know for a fact, because like I have this bad. It's not as much of a bad habit as, like, my pencils are a lot looser than most cartoonists' pencil. When they send it off to an inker, mainly just because of the fact I'm like, oh, I'm inking it. I know what I want.
Yeah, you know what you want.
I know what I want. And
yeah, that's why I ask you a lot of times, like, what is this? So when I see it penciled, I'm like, do you know what this is? Because I have no fucking idea what this is.
Exactly.
I'll be like, his hand looks really janky, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna fix my ink, and I'm just like, bitch, I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the fact that I have to send really well-rendered penciled hands to care people, I'd be like, fuck, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, they'd be like, hey, can you fix this?
Do you know how to do fingers at all?
Yes, I do. I just I like to just get the shape down in pencil and then just worry about it later, because, like,
Right.
I just feel like, yeah, I'll probably be like sending off some of these pencil drawings to people, and they'll be like, "Hey, I can't work with this. What are you doing?"
Funny, yeah.
Yeah.
And now you got the big brush out for the wings.
Yeah. For sure. Again, that's because you want to get textures, stuff like that.
Mhm.
I just don't think nib would get the feathery
No,
texture
it
as well.
wouldn't have,
Because again,
yeah.
dry brush is really nice when it comes
Yeah,
to
you do a
feather.
lot of good stuff with this brush.
Yeah. I like getting good textures and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's just funny. I just remember when that was a big thing in college too, is my professors would be like, "Hey, your pencils are super like kind of rough."
Oh, okay.
Like I remember one specifically for my thesis year,
Mhm.
where my professor was like, saw a pencil page of mine, and he was like, "Hey, why is this so loose? Like, I don't know what's going on here. I mean, I can see what's going on, but it's just
Mhm.
like, I don't think this will translate really well to your inks." And then the next day I bring it back fully inked, and he's like, "You see, I didn't think you were going to get this right. I honestly thought, I honestly rooted against you in this one, man. I'm not going to lie to you."
I can understand that from an instructor's point of view.
Yeah.
Because he wants you to be like 100% all the way through the process.
For sure.
That kind of
It's
thing.
not even just about like the process portion of it. It's just like when you do pencil.
Mhm.
His philosophy and a lot of anchor philosophies is if you have a strong pencil, you'll have a strong ink. For me, it's like, no. I need to at least just know what the pencil's not there to be. What's the word? I'm not supposed to trace.
Okay, that's what you're doing?
Yeah, like, I feel like, because, like, it feels like it's pointless, because the pencil can't, get the same effects as the ink.
Yeah.
So why am I wasting my time on the pencil when I want to go to ink? Especially back in the day, I didn't do this light box transfer thing.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of different stuff.
I was doing the pencil on the paper that I was going to ink on. So I was
Yeah.
like, why would I bother wasting all that time penciling when I'm just going to erase it?
Yeah.
So, like, again, like, I don't know. It was,
I get you.
it was like my way.
Your art's definitely gotten better since I just made you pencil more.
Well, yeah, like,
I was like, dude, you gotta get these pencils.
no, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely merit to the penciling and doing all that stuff. Making sure that, you've gotten all that, because when you're in the pencil stage, that's when you can mess up, erase, go back.
Yeah, that's the easiest stage to just stop and start over again. Also.
Plus, also, like, it helped too, because, like, I'm now doing this, the light boxing of the line art on top of the pencil, and it makes it a lot easier for me to just go real hard and ham on the pencil. That way I can at least, see everything.
Yeah.
Especially because you need to be able to, because the white box makes it a little harder to see what you're doing.
Yeah, there we go. There's that King Crimson. I love that face, man. It looks awesome.
Yeah, no,
it's
good.
so cool.
But yeah, no, I'll have to show you the comic page. I think I still have that page somewhere.
Probably.
Probably.
There's a pile of them under there. You can't see, but I'm pointing off screen.
Yeah.
It'll be this way in the video, I think.
Yeah, that's in there.
Yeah.
It was a page, so basically, actually, I'll just explain it to you all so you can understand what this was. This was a page where a giant wind monster was going through a school and just blowing the shit up out of going through and like destroy. It was just
It's like a tornado's coming through.
yeah, it's like
a localized tornado.
A localized tornado. It was like it was a four-tier page, 4 panels of just shit being destroyed, and like it was just loose because I was like, oh, it doesn't need it. Like it's gonna be looking messy, and I need to make sure that like X, Y, and Z. And to be fair, to my professor's credit, if I was to look at that again, I'd probably say this is a bad piece.
Yeah.
But he thought it was fine just because of the fact that it did portrayed everything and you could understand what was happening, and that's basically was the point of the class, was make sure it's readable. It's not about style, it's about readability.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, you got to get that down first.
For sure. That's why it's always like frustrating. Well, it's not frustrating. It's one of the things I try to hammer when anyone is talking or ask if I ever do teaching or classes or things like that. People will talk about what their style is, and you don't have a style. No one has a style, especially when they're starting out.
Yeah, not when you're starting.
No, what you have is a need to understand readability whenever you make art.
Because that's such a fundamental thing. If no one knows what you're trying to
show
show them. They just get confused and put it down.
Yeah.
It's like that with anything.
For sure.
Try to read some instructions, you can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Fucking throw them in the trash.
Exactly. That's why comics are very much like instruction manuals, but instead they're instructing you on what the story is.
That's actually pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about it that way, but yeah.
Yeah, so again, like whenever you're doing art, things like that, it's always important to understand that don't think about what is your style. I know we talked about this, I think, in a previous video about finding the voice and things like that.
Style and voice will come to you
naturally,
just naturally from drawing over and over and over again.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like you'll learn the way you want to do things,
and the things that you like,
draw stuff.
Yeah,
like these eyes this guy has under his helmet. They're kind of like those eyes on that creepy face you draw.
Yeah,
you draw that all the time.
Yeah, I like that face.
Yeah, exactly. So that just becomes part of what you do.
Yeah, you draw the things you like, but the thing is that like. You can draw what you like, but you got to make sure that it's.
If people can't connect on a fundamental level to the basic understanding of it,
then you fail.
Yeah, then they can't figure out what's going on in there.
But yeah, so basically that's the TLDR. Is that how you use that, by the way? I always say it, but like I don't feel like I'm using it right.
Well, that just basically means like too long didn't read. So you're gonna sum it up. You're summarizing something.
Good to know. I always say that, and I always worry that I'm saying things wrong. But
no, yeah, TLDR / sometimes it's people say tilder or something.
I was going to say long story short.
Yeah, that's the internet version of that.
Yeah, it's so
long
weird.
Story short.
Sorry, y'all. I'm not very internet savvy. I'm an old fogey.
Yeah, right. Oh, dude, that smoke looks so sweet.
Yeah, that's another thing I like drawing too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is the kind of stuff that you want to make sure.
I told you, I was like, dude, add some people in.
Yeah. You want to make sure that the viewer is able to understand what you're showing them. Before you start saying, well, that's just my style. Like, if my style is being unreadable, then that's not a good style.
You're trying to get like a message across with art usually, or something. You kind of have something to say, but if you can't put it into the language of art,
then it's pointless. That's a good thing to think about too. Is one of the reasons why I kind of started getting a kind of messy style to begin with was because I really liked those kinds of like underground dirt comics sort of stuff, like that were just kind of messy. Even
I know what you're talking about.
Even Soul Eater has those like pages where it just gets really messy.
Yeah. Or
One Piece, where One Piece is also kind of just messy.
Yeah.
Where like there's a lot of things that you kind of can just tell were very barely sketched in. But like that's not like, and an artist will say that they're being lazy, but in actuality it's just there's still a lot of calculated stuff on how messy the art is.
Yeah.
Like case in point, like Gary Panter, he has a lot of these underground comics called. There's this one he's got called The Asshole.
Oh yeah, you showed me that before,
yeah. So like that comic is crudely drawn, but I can read everything that's going on in the scenario. In the scenarios,
you can tell exactly what's happening.
So like, sure, the art might not be what you're like excited for. It's not like reading Mobius or something like that. That's super like heavily detailed, like like meticulously drawn. It's very loosely drawn.
Or like some Neil Gaiman Sandman.
Neil Gaiman Sandman.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point you bring up Sandman. I had a coworker of mine who's like, Sandman, I love Neil Gaiman, I cannot read any of the old Sandman books. And I said, well, why is that? It's just, I need like a manual to read these comics. And I hadn't read Neil Gaiman's Sandman in a long time, so I didn't really quite understand what he meant. And then I looked back at some of them, and yes, you do need a manual.
Okay, I've never actually read it. I just know the art and some of the stories.
The reason why you will need a manual is especially if you're in a newcomer into comics, because that series does a lot of breaking of the rules when it comes to reading comics.
Oh, okay.
So like it's not the typical like panel. It's like panel.
Okay.
Bunch of things happening at once in one scene, then another panel.
Yeah, I've seen the art. It can get pretty like esoteric and mystical and shit like that.
Very much so, but that's because of the whole point of it. But
yeah.
That kind of stuff, if it makes it so that it's hard to read and you can't read it, then it's kind of...
Yeah, it's like a movie. Movies are like that, too.
Yeah.
If you make your movie too surrealist, well, most people can't quite figure out what the hell you were going for.
I didn't get Inception.
Yeah, right.
I didn't get Inception.
I love that there's nothing to get about Inception.
No, it's not. It's just a fucking, like...
It's an action movie.
It's just an action movie
It's an action movie.
It's an action movie masquerading as something that's supposed to be
It's got some
good,
like, kind of message about dreams and things like that.
Yeah,
you
but I
know,
mean-
and like not getting swallowed up like that. But it's
I'll
not
just
as difficult as people make it
go,
sound.
I'll just go watch Paprika.
Yeah, I think people just have a hard time with the whole part about like the dream within a dream,
Within a dream.
within a dream, within a dream, within the super dream that is
Yeah.
the collective unconscious at the very bottom or whatever it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know what I said to you, but that must have been pretty funny. You were like face down on the thing like, fuck this. I probably have a clip of it somewhere.
You probably do. I wouldn't
probably
be
took the
shocked.
clip,
Yeah, you always do clip the funny ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. The point is, like, even with Soul Eater though, like,
Yeah.
you know, like how when it gets super messy, it's
You
still
can't quite figure out what's going on sometimes.
sometimes, but it's still
It's very rare.
it's a very controlled chaos.
Yes.
It's whenever you're
I'll give you
making
that.
art that's chaotic, you still want to have it be controlled.
I'll give you
Even like Jackson Pollock paintings are pretty controlled in how chaotic they are.
Yeah.
They all follow a composition of some kind. You
Mhm.
can still like look when you look into a Jackson Pollock, you can still see things.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
you can still make out images, shapes that because you're looking for. Even though Jackson Pollock was very notorious and famous for saying everything's random, there's nothing real.
Yeah, right.
He's kind of an asshole. Well, that's where most
That's
are.
funny.
He's really pretentious. I don't know.
I've never met him.
I never met him either. He might actually have
met
been a
him.
nice guy.
I never met him.
Depends on who you ask,
I've never met
probably.
him.
I don't know. But either way, point
Yeah.
is that when you want to do a piece, you don't really need to be thinking about style as so much as the readability.
Yeah, like understanding. Yeah,
Like-
things like that.
There has to be some grounding in reality for the viewer to connect with it.
Yeah, it's like you were saying, you know, with the whole thing about the perspective on this.
Yeah.
If the perspective is really wonky, then that's what people notice immediately, and
Yeah.
they don't notice this cool angel knight you made.
Exactly.
They notice how fucking weird it is, and it bothers them to look at it, and then they look away and they don't ever come back.
Of course.
So it doesn't matter what your subject matter is if it's not presented in a way that like even makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. That's one of the first things people look for when they look at anything. It's like, oh, does this image make sense?
Yeah, because it's part of your brain.
Yeah.
Like tries to find patterns and
Yeah,
things.
you need to see that it's like something familiar.
Yeah.
If it starts to like, if it looks too weird, you know, you kind of have to think like, do I want to deal with this thing? What is this thing?
Like, just think about any time you've been outside and you saw something weird on the ground, and your immediate thought was, nope, nope,
Nope,
nope, nope, like that.
Exactly.
That's a heightened version of what happens if you look at like art that's kind of gone wrong in some way.
For sure, but I mean, it's all different from other people. Some people
Yeah,
are
yeah.
really into it. I'm not saying whoever's watching this video and says, hey man, fuck you, I really like when I don't understand what's going on. I love that fear. I live for it.
Yeah.
We get it. You're an adrenaline junkie, but like, you know.
Yeah, this is a 90%er kind of thing
Yeah.
I'm referring to. Like a primal instinct.
For
Stuff
sure.
you don't think about.
For sure. Again, like, it's always very important to understand that, you know, style comes second, readability comes first.
Definitely.
Probably, if you ever take a class that I teach, that's probably the thing I'll just be like,
Just hammer it in.
ugh,
If I can't
Why
tell what it is.
don't you understand?
That looks good though.
How do I reach these kids?
Right? I see you're taking a little break here.
Yeah,
I think I just left here so we could take a look at it. 'Cause
Yeah.
Damn, does it look fucking good.
it's definitely coming together at this point.
Right.
A lot of the parts you see I'm grabbing wide out is another means of separating the foreground from the midground to the background, things like
now
that.
we're going for this cathedral in the back.
Yeah. One of the things too is you can see I have a little piece of tape there
Oh yeah.
that says light source.
Yeah, you just started doing that in this one, I think.
Yes, because one of the things that's really important, and the reason why I did this, I actually remember exactly why I started doing this, is because that angel
Came up
painting-
in the last piece.
It came up in the last piece for the angel.
Came up in the last piece.
Where I was getting reference, and I think we talked about it in the video where.
You didn't want to reference like something about blood.
Yeah, I didn't want
or
to. I didn't want to
something?
Google search blood.
Like reflective pools of blood.
Yeah,
or
right,
something.
because I was
Some
like-
crazy emo hot topic shit.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't want that my FBI agent to worry about me. you
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
You know
Yeah,
how
he
it goes.
worries about you enough, man.
If I have to guess.
I got.
It's like, man, is he okay? I wonder. I wish I could ask him. You know, you're just gonna get a text from a mysterious number. Bro, do you want to talk?
Bro, bitch, why are you crying?
Yeah. Right. Bro, don't cry so loud. I have headphones on.
It's like, Like you're watching the scene where Ace dies over and over again. It's like, bro, you've been watching this shit for 3 hours.
He's
Are you
dead. Get over it.
You okay, man, bro? I'm crying too, but you gotta get on.
It's been like 8 years.
We do have fun here.
Right.
What were we even talking about?
I don't even know. Just dumb stuff. Oh,
light source.
That is gonna be so loud.
We're gonna have to fix that. Sorry, guys.
That's funny.
Headphone users, I apologize.
That's funny.
Light source, because yeah, I didn't use it on the last image that we did, and it was just very much
weird.
Yeah, the picture came out great in the end. It was just that like, oh, this is definitely going to be a problem that comes up along the way, especially if you're going to be doing more scenarios where there's a background and a sense of space is trying to be concerned.
Yeah, not just here's a character on a piece of paper.
Exactly. So I started with this piece of tape here. It's gotten a lot smaller since I've been just grabbing little strips from it.
Yeah.
But basically I just kind of have it off to the side. When I start a piece, I'm like, okay, where's the light source? Tape it there. That's the light source. Make sure I always look there and like, okay, well, here's where the shadows are going to be, etc., because this is where the light source is. It's been really helpful too with all the other pieces I've been done.
Yeah, I noticed.
Past this one. Yeah, it's a really good.
Yeah, usually if you try some trick, you'll just end up giving up and throwing it away if you even like remotely are not feeling it.
Yeah, and it helps a lot. I strongly recommend anyone who is having problems with the lighting or shading or just kind of like you have a piece and it's just like it looks like there's a light source on every spot trying to compete with each other. Just a little sticky note, say this is where the light source is and this is what it's going to look like as we go along. So I think it's pretty helpful.
Like I said, if you're still doing it, it must have been helpful.
Yeah, exactly.
Very quick to be like, it was only marginally helpful. I'm abandoning this habit. I haven't seen enough results from it. I'm abandoning it. We did it one time. Abandon it. Abandon it.
Yeah, here's the blade. Again, trying to push the background a bit. It's just using it only on the buildings here. That way it just kind of...
It goes with the sunbeams.
Yeah, that too. This is also going to come up too. You're going to see a little weird trick I'm going to pull off here.
That's like way later in the painting. If it's the one you're talking about.
Yes, it is.
Ruler,
It's what we call in the business a pro gamer move.
Yeah, that's a pro gamer move. Pro strats.
A 300 IQ play.
Oh man, skeleton brain.
Skeleton
Skeleton fucking brain.
I finally activated my skeleton brain.
Dude.
But yeah, no, basically, this piece is actually really fun to feel if you ever just like want to touch it. It's like, ooh, it's nice and bumpy.
Yeah, right.
I actually can only imagine if someone could read Braille, just put their hand over it and
Try to see what it says, yeah.
What does it say?
This piece speaks to me.
What does it say, sir?
I want to know, yeah. That's like when the person with synesthesia looked at your other picture and they were like, it's speaking to me. I could feel it.
Yeah,
I was like, well, that's crazy.
Resonating and negative.
They were like, I can feel it. No, they didn't say it was negative. I was there.
Yeah, that's
so...
They were just like, I can feel this piece. It's very emotional. It's very intense.
They liked it a lot.
Yeah, no, I remember that. They even commented back on it.
They did.
Instagram later, yeah.
Yeah.
That was really funny. It was the one time I was gone.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what, I had to go to the bathroom or something?
I think so, probably,
Right. All right, so this piece for the watercolor portion is a little different from the other ones. It's different in the sense that I went back to trying to be more meticulous about where I put the color.
Yeah.
But I first started off with it just being kind of yellow, orange, and things of that nature. Let it dry a bit, and then went into it with the light box.
Yeah, we were going for like a sunrise, sunset kind of thing.
Because when I was originally drawing this, I thought this was going to be more towards nighttime. But since we're more people of color in terms of like what do we want to showcase as artists, Wes said that it'd probably be better to do it in a more
honestly,
intense light setting.
Yeah, it could be Is it still sunset-y? I'm not sure.
Sunrise and sunset are
They're
pretty
very similar, so it's kind of up to the viewer, I think.
Yeah.
We didn't really pick a time. It's not like these things are specifically only out at night or out of the day. I imagine they're kind of like there all the time.
Yeah, so, again, that kind of goes with like
Because
the
they're just
mindset
monsters.
of it. Yeah, they're just monsters that are controlled by the pontiff.
Yeah, pretty much. That smoke is like keeps them at bay, basically, so they won't attack and things like that.
Yeah, they're just there to guard.
Those towers are kind of like an area of control, like for this religion.
Yeah, because as you saw in the previous piece, that the magic that is what is it? The magic that is
The like origin of the magic.
Origin. Thank you. God
The
bless.
source of it.
Source, man, even better. The source, origin, all that good stuff of the magic is from the blood of that angel.
Yeah.
So the fact that all these sensors are actually using that blood,
Yeah,
and
it's like
turning-
absorbed into a various assortment of stuff. 11 secret 12 herbs and spices.
Yeah, of course.
And then you burn it in a giant tower, and giant angel monsters will do whatever you want.
Exactly. So since it's this incense that's made from the angel blood, it makes it seem something that's what is it? The word I'm looking for. Familiar to the angels, so it makes it seem like that they're in a safe space. There's no nothing that's foreign to them. So that's why when people will come in that are from out of the place, they'll recognize that there's something wrong.
Yeah, it's just like these are like experiments basically to see what you can do by mixing that blood with like people and things like that.
For sure.
Various monsters and stuff. There's a lot of like weird tension in this world. I feel like that would be there.
Yes.
Like everyone's kind of like waiting to see who's gonna move first.
Yeah. We could probably, what would you do, like pre-World War One?
It's something. I just feel like I'm not quite sure because like this is definitely like this church would be, I feel like, kind of expansionist because they exist up on that plateau.
Right, exactly.
That's about all the area of their control, so they would be trying to go for more stuff.
Man, I don't think I used much blue powder on this one.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, this one is again because I'm gonna go back in with like Copic marker as opposed to using oil pastel.
Oh, plus also this. I feel like this church wasn't the church and the Flying Academy of Magic. They were kind of antagonistic.
Yes, they are antagonistic.
So they have to have. So they have to be able to fight them if they fly over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, but I don't think one of the things that we kind of came up with this book is that it wasn't going to have, in terms of like a normal plot element.
Yeah, there's not like a plot.
It's just
it's a world guide. Basically.
Yeah, and if you for the actual story and events that might unfold in this, I don't know.
We would need different characters.
Yeah.
We would need we don't have a central plot character.
Yeah, there's no central plot to this world. It's just this is the world. Here's what we have going on in it. I feel like it.
It's in like a peaceful time. Peaceful.
Quote peaceful time. One of the things I think though about it though is that I think it's both good, but also at the same time kind of suffers by not having a plot.
Yeah, we could still add one. We got plenty of time.
Nah, I wouldn't say it needs a plot though. It's not one of those things. That's why I was trying to say it kind of is both a bane and a boon to not have a full central plot to this world. It's cool to have this world, but like at some point maybe going back and making a character because like since it's a book it's an illustrative lore book.
Yeah.
The purpose of it is not to be a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah.
It's the purpose of the book is to be lore.
Yeah.
A world, and this is all that's happening in this world.
These are all the people.
This is
what they do.
We were basically trying to create a snapshot of this world.
Yeah.
With these 42 illustrations, 42 plus. We might get more in there.
Could always fit more stuff in. Why not?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I'm just saying right now right now we're at 42 is the total number of illustrations. Actually, at this point,
I love the way this looks.
Oh, yeah.
Painting looks so fucking cool.
I was gonna say that I'm actually really excited to say we're now at only 30 pieces left.
Ooh, that's good.
It's been really helpful that I've been doing a lot of them on stream.
Yeah, we've only done like 2, but yeah, a lot. A lot, he says. This is why he gives up a habit after one time. I've done it a lot and it hasn't worked. Oh.
That's fair. No, I mean yeah. Here comes the Copic markers.
Yeah.
Going forward, I'm also going to be doing them on stream a lot.
I know, but it's just funny. You're like, I've been doing them a lot. You've done 2, I think. Oh, you did it one time. You did half of one.
Yeah.
So,
No, I've done 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's about 2.5. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So look, You count the medals, 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, of course. Anything goes, right?
And coming up O's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lordy.
Oh, I love the colors in this, man.
Yeah.
It's like orange and stuff. The red on that smoke looks really cool.
I went back. The reason I had consciously decided to do markers for this portion as well is because they're a little bit more easy to control, and markers and watercolor really help each other out a lot. They're very complementary towards my goal in color a lot of the times. Whereas, and also they're very translucent, so they add a lot of blending and effects to them. So as opposed to like, you know, pastel, other paints, things like that, which are opaque and have to go on top, and you know there's a lot of fighting going on, and trying to get everything to work. Plus, also it's just not as messy.
Yeah, right. And it looks good.
Yeah,
that's what matters the most.
But
also, at first I didn't know these guys were gonna have gold armor, and then when you made the armor gold, I'm like, bro, is this like edgy Goldar?
Yeah.
That's what he looks like. He's like an even edgier Goldar, which is fucking sweet. My boy Griff is Czar.
Oh god. Yeah. No. So yeah, now we're at this part. This I think is when we get to the whiteout portion. When we're about to get to what we call skeleton brain.
Yeah, you're pretty much done with the traditional part. I think the traditional part ends in about a minute.
Yeah, because again,
and then it just switches to the last bit of digital you used.
Yeah, this is one of the things I really enjoy about this book in general, is that I'm allowed to play a lot. And there's not really any style guide that I have to keep.
Yeah, because you'll notice the smoke is a different color than the smoke was in the last one.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter.
No.
We kind of think of it like Magic, where it's like, if it's close enough, it's good enough. Because you'll notice that between cards where characters will look different or things like that.
Yeah, because it's different artists work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's not like...
Pro...
Oh, yeah. Pro Strat. Yeah, right here. I slowed it down. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, just put the paint on...
Yeah.
The ruler.
Got it.
Just do it that way.
That's how we do it. Speedrun strats.
Yeah. Look how many frames I'm saving, Chad.
I know. You don't need to paint a straight line if you make the straight line paint for you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah. 300 IQ play.
Easily. I hooked my 2 skeleton brains together. That's how I got it.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Right. Man, does that look cool? This looks really good in real life too.
Yeah.
I want to bring it to the table. It looks so good. Oh man, we need to sell that Zelda picture. The second that Zelda picture, just the little finger guns. Oh. I left it in there because I'm so dumb. I was like, dude, I can't let you get away with finger guns for free. Like, fair. No way. I should have slowed it down. I forgot about that.
Yeah, this part was a little bit tricky. I don't know why.
This is actually like the second half of some puppet warping. You did the first half on like my newer version of Photoshop.
Yeah, my Photoshop is pretty old.
And then it still comes out kind of. You still had to go mess with it some.
Oh yeah, I had to mess with it quite a bit. But it wasn't like as bad as we're like putting it out there.
No.
But it was still like
annoying.
Fuck. Alright.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I started getting down to it.
It definitely worked out pretty well. Then I think this was a little different from what I was planning on doing. A lot of it was me trying to try to boost the lighting effects here. Again, get the smoke in as best as possible, because I wanted to really push the light of it being a specific time of day. And as you can see, I'm doing like all the shadows now. I'm trying to get all that in there. Did you know this is actually Ellen's background photo?
Really? Yeah. She changed this to that?
Yeah.
Or that's crazy.
Yeah, no, she likes this a lot.
Huh. I mean, it's sweet, but it's just a weird choice that it was this one and not like the one her D&D character. She has that on her door.
Yeah, I know she has it on her door.
Yeah, so
either way.
It's cute. It's adorable.
It's endearing.
I imagine I can only hear some Ellen noise.
He's trying really hard to figure out how to mimic Ellen.
I can't do it.
It's
yet.
really
I'm gonna
funny.
get it done, and then I'm gonna just constantly bother her with it.
Yeah.
Coffee filter.
Yeah, and then
it makes its appearance.
This one is the one I chose.
This one is cool
because it's got blood, and I added it to the wings.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I ended up going on the entirety of the picture. Now that I think about it, I just kind of messed around with the filter effects, if I remember correctly. Grabbed those peacock wings because we needed to make sure that did I even keep...
I don't know if he actually kept it.
I don't think
we always like try to use it in there, but it only really has worked so far in that angel. That's the one it worked like the best on.
Yeah, I think I decided against it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right, because I was like, I don't remember.
It's because you
using it.
also kind of drew, like right now you can see like some eyes in it. So
Yeah,
you're,
that's
like,
right, 'cause-
adding to them.
Yeah, that's right. I do recall
Yeah,
doing
you
that.
drew them in it, so you didn't really need to add to it.
Yeah.
Plus, I like it better if all the other things that are derivative of it never actually get to its level.
For sure.
That makes more sense since they're like a copy of it.
Yeah,
They can never get to the status of the original.
that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is me erasing all of the coffee filter portions. This was a little bit of a hassle, but I mean, you know, whatever.
Gotta do what you gotta do. You want to use the filter.
Anything for greatness.
Right. No, it's greatness at any cost.
Sure.
That's what Dark Confidant says.
Okay.
Greatness at any cost.
Yeah, and then kind of going through trying to figure out which one looks the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this portion of it wasn't like super hard. What I ended up doing was I kind of had to do a lot of different layering effects on it to make sure that each individual
Like tower
had a different color.
Yeah.
That was reflective upon where the light was coming from. I think I moved the sun a bit more towards the end of this as well.
I think you do move it a little bit.
I was like, I don't recall it being like this. And then I know I'm going to do a bit of a motion blur on some of the buildings to help push them back even further.
Yeah, most of it's in here. I don't think there was too much that you corrected after you were done with this.
No.
I mean, the final picture will be on screen somewhere, so.
For sure.
Or it was at the beginning, so.
Yeah, I mean, it might be at the end.
Yeah.
Beginning.
I usually leave it on the last frame of the video.
But yeah. Back to we were talking a little bit about, like, I like the idea of it being a snapshot of the world. If we ever come back to this world and try to give it a plot,
that would be different.
That'd be a very different thing to do.
Yeah, that'd be a different thing to do.
Yeah, because, like, again, to be honest, I don't even think I would want to go to this world as a potential story thing. I might take bits and pieces.
I have like an idea of what you would use for a basic story. Obviously, it would have to be somebody trying to find that tree or something.
Yeah.
You know, that we're kind of going for at the
right.
very end when we get to that. What the fuck was that weird beep? I don't know. It's in the video now.
Well,
let us know.
That scared the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, right. That's that same weird beep that happened on stream a while ago. Remember?
I do remember that. I think it was your computer then.
No, it can't be my computer. That didn't cover my computer.
Didn't it?
I don't know. Maybe it was your computer. Maybe it was the devil. Let's go with that. It was Ben Franklin. Oh, I think it's done.
Oh yeah,
we're saving right here. It'll be done very soon.
Yeah, it sounds like
so. Yeah, I love the way the pink came out.
It's
like really cool in this picture. It's much more like neon, like a weird. It looks way more otherworldly. Which
For
is
sure,
awesome.
And it definitely helps with the idea of it being again the crack of dawn.
Yeah,
like the weird light.
Yeah, and having a like weird otherworldly origin to things like that.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, but yeah, you were probably right though with the story being about trying to find that tree that we had mentioned.
Yeah, it would have to be something like that. I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
It has to do something with that and the like dragon and the crystal and stuff like that.
You know,
because that's an easy fantasy story.
For sure, but that's something that I think is always interesting to bring up whenever you're talking about storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Some things don't work the way you want them to, in the sense of you want something to be a narrative, but in actuality, it's probably not great being portrayed as a narrative.
Yeah. I'm just saying if you did go to do.
Oh, I know. This is a segue into another point. Because we talked about this. Remember with my other thing, the Tales of Winnicott thing.
Yeah.
How we had said the reason we did them as illustrations first was because we were trying to figure out what they were.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out how it would fit as a plot element. And part of it is like realizing as you're doing the illustrations is why it works better one way or another.
Definitely.
And for this one, as we go through all these illustrations, I'm coming to the conclusion that doing it as a lore book was the correct choice rather than trying to do a full serial out of it.
Yeah.
But
I have more fun that way anyway because you can just put like kernels of ideas there.
Yeah,
and it's easier.
And people
the viewer can do what they want with it.
Right, exactly. They can do the little breadcrumbs, find little things, and put it all together themselves, and that makes it a much more personal experience. As opposed to like a comic where it's just all there for you, usually.
Yeah.
But no, piece is great. Love it. Buy it stuff.
I know, right? Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this one up before the video ends again, and I have to edit that'd be like the third part where it goes off.
Yeah, I mean, again, We appreciate you all for watching this. If you're watching this on Patreon, we always appreciate your continued support. If you're watching this on YouTube, consider following us on Patreon. It is only $1.
Just a buck. There's $1 and a $5 tier, and that's it, because the middle tier was kind of boring, so I just put more in the $1 tier.
Fair. Yeah, $1 gets you access to all the videos, as well as early access to all the content we create here that you don't get to see on social media. If it's like, you know, sketches, things like that. Also, you don't get all the videos the same time as well.
Yeah, you get stuff early if you pay.
Yep. Other than that, oh, we're also on Twitch. Damn it, Bobby.
I know, we didn't beat it.
Yeah, damn it, Bobby. So tragic.
That's funny.
We're on Twitch too, is what I was trying to say. We're on Twitch. We're currently doing a follower raffle where once we get to 50 followers, I will take those 50 followers and raffle off their names to do art of their choice for a stream. And then once we get to 100 followers on Twitch,
that's the one.
That's the one that we're really hoping to get to.
That's the secret, the super secret.
It's not even a secret.
No, it's not. No. I mean, it's a secret of like what was going on when he was writing this.
Yeah, right. Well, basically, we're going to take one of our ex-roommates' post-apocalyptic self-insert Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan fictions, and we're going to do a live reading on stream while I draw the two main characters.
Yeah. In all their glory.
With
their glowing blanks.
With their glowing blanks.
With their glowing blanks. There's, you know.
Glowing blank.
Yeah, just a censored bar glowing.
That'll be fun. I hope you all enjoyed the video.
Mysterious power.
Yeah,
it can't be brought into this world. There's no visual representation of it. That's what it was. Your mind could not understand its form, and so it appears as a blank.
Of course. Always agree.
Always agree.
Well, yeah, we appreciate you for watching this. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, follow us on Twitch if you want to be a part of that raffle, or want to just be a part of watching us do what we're doing here, but in a live setting where you get to see everything done not at breakneck speed.
Yeah.
Where everything's done slow down, you get to talk to us.
And I'll hit him with a cane.
Yes, he does get to hit me with a cane, wherever that might be. I don't want to go. I'm going to hide that again. Just legit, I'm going to have to hide.
Coward.
I'm going to hide every single blunt object in this household.
Coward.
Sure.
Just quit trying to read chat.
I just want to read chat.
Chat is not for you. The light is not for you.
I want to talk to chat. Let me talk to chat.
You can talk to chat. In hell.
No. Alright, fine. Whatever.
That's funny. Alright.
Well, with that, we will say adios, goodbye, parting of such sweet sorrow. We'll catch you in the next one.
I'm gonna bounce. Catch you later.
Bye.
Johnny.